Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, who I learned this truth from and rule well. Peace had tasted on 144,000, and the rest of 1/3, the large multitude. Unto you I say shalom. Come to you back with another lesson through the Spirit, and the title for this was going to be America will collapse just like the other empires, because we know that every empire that has rose up upon the planet Earth has fell, because the average age of an empire is about 250 years, and America is pretty much at that point. It's already at its 248th, 249th year, and next year will mark that 250 year mark, which it doesn't signify that America will fall down next year, but we're seeing the signs that the end of this place that we call America, which is Babylon the Great in the scriptures, the daughter of Babylon, is collapsing from its economy, its infrastructure. The morals on these people are waxing worse and worse. People have no hope for the future because they see that this economy is tanking by the way of inflation, Trump imposing all these different tariffs in all these different countries, and it's getting to the point where the beast is starting to hate the horde, and the ultimate end of America is going to be those intercontinental ballistic missiles, which is going to utterly destroy this place to never be inhabited ever again, to be a memorial for what will happen to a place that pushes out wickedness to the heights of the heaven, because America has done nothing but push out its wickedness, its wine, its philosophies from the alphabet agenda, feminism, women being out of order, women being over men, moles being promoted, alphabet people being promoted. Pretty much a degenerate lifestyle has been pushed out by the way of America, going to every different country, all these different countries, imposing its democracy, so-called democracy, its currency, the US dollar, establishing embassies, the military bases throughout the four corners of the earth, and all these different countries that have been in league with America, Babylon the Great, are tired of it. So what was going to happen is eventually every single country is going to get to the point where it's going to drop the US dollar, and that's going to lead to the collapse of this current system, the US dollar, and it's going to lead to that digital system being set up by the way of the CBDCs, the digital dollar, and the way it's going to be imposed is going to be by the way of the Charagma, the MOTB. But first, all these different prophecies have to play out, from the collapse of the dollar, the economy collapsing, and we're seeing that right now, to all hell breaking loose, because we're one event away, couple of events away from all hell breaking loose, and the one thing that could lead to that is a power grid shutdown. If you shut the power grid down, that will lead to all these different banks shutting down, all these people losing their life savings, their 401k, whatever they had in the stock market, and they're going to completely lose it. And Esau Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, he's going to offer that solution by the way of that Charagma, the Revelation chapter 13 and verse 16, which is the micro-zehib that's going to go either on your hand or on your forehead. And majority of these people, they're going to be crying out to Esau Edom to save them, to deliver them, even 2/3 of our people, so they could so-called get their normal life back to its original state. But we know that's never going to happen. Once the US dollar collapses, this economy collapses, all hell breaks loose, Jacob's trouble commences, martial law. Then when that MOTB gets presented to the world, we know that the end of Esau, Edom's kingdom, is going to be coming to end very soon after that MOTB gets presented, which is going to lead to that World War III, and eventually the intercontinental ballistic missiles being shot over here to the souls of Babylon to utterly destroy this place, along with 2/3 of the nation of Israel and the rest of these heathens, these Elamites, anybody that's still hearing the souls of Babylon, which the elect will be delivered, which consists of the 144,000 and that large multitude, which is 1/3 of the nation of Israel, hearing the souls of Babylon the Great, America. And we know that this place isn't going to be healed like this new president, Donald Trump, is promising to his fellow Americans. You know, this place isn't going to be healed. It's going to collapse, and it's never going to be brought back. It's going to be constantly collapsing more and more to the point where those ICBMs are going to be shot over here to utterly destroy it. This is Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. Verse 8, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. So Babylon the Great, which is America, the United States of America, has pushed out its philosophies, its democracy, its US dollar, the image of the beast through all these different countries. That's why all these different countries have pretty much adopted the way of that American lifestyle, either by way of its democracy, its philosophies, its religions, is feminism, the alphabet agenda. But all these countries, they're waking up to the fact that everything that America has pushed out is bullshit. So now they're waking up to the fact that America really does nothing but destroy. So what are they going to do? They're going to turn against the whore. They're going to turn against Babylon the Great. Verse 9, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So this place isn't going to be healed. It's not going to recover. Once this economy collapses, the system collapses, all hell breaks loose. And even if Esau, Edom, the self-proclaimed white man, offers a solution to restore the economy or everything back to normal, it's only going to be so long before Yahushua returns and brings his devil down and brings him down to the dust and destroy this place and bring the self-proclaimed white man, Esau, Edom, down to the ground. Because we see that this place is collapsing from the economy, the morals on these people, these mass layoffs, people constantly getting fired, not having any hope for the future. We see that this place is coming to an end soon. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out the windows be darkened. And we see that the grinding is coming to cease. We see all these mass layoffs, all these different retailers shutting down, filing bankruptcy because people don't have any money to spend. Let alone people barely have any money to pay their rent or eat, buy groceries. So it's one or the other. So that little bit of money that they used to have left over to go out and get food or go out to get something to eat or go to the bars and have a drink or going to the movies or bowling, all that extra money that they so-called had back in the day, they don't have that extra money anymore. So all these different businesses are shutting down. All these retail stores, Macy's, Sears, JCPenney, these malls are pretty much empty, and it's going to get to the point where the economy is going to completely collapse, because everybody here in America sees that this place really doesn't have a future. They see the stock market collapsing, all their 401ks being diminished, being wiped out, and it's only going to get worse. Verse 4, and the doors shall be shut in the streets when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And we're seeing all these different businesses being shut down because people don't have any money to spend, to go out and spend anymore. We see that the music has only gotten worse and worse through each different decade. Now all the music is pretty much degenerate. From you got Glorilla, you got Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, Ice Spice. These are all degenerate artists that really don't push out nothing but degenerate behavior, especially to our people, the nation of Israel, that comprised of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 14. The Lord, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, had mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staring in his vomit. And we see that perverse spirit upon all of America, Babylon the Great. We see that the morals on these people are waxing worse and worse. Everybody is a mole, is a damn feminist. The men are effeminate. People don't have any backbones. They're docile. That's that perverse spirit. These people are quick to sell out. They were quick to go down to these jabbing stations 5 years ago and take that jab, that jump shot. So how much more when that charagma, that MOTB gets presented? Majority of these people are going to go down to these micro hipping stations and take that charagma. Verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. And we're seeing that all these different jobs are doing mass layoffs. All these different companies are shutting down because the economy's failing, it's collapsing, and it's only going to get worse to the point where there's not going to be any work for anybody. But Esau Edom is going to come with that solution to allow people to get a universal income, basic income, by taking the charagma. And majority of these people, they're going to go down and take it because they don't have any faith. Well, 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they don't have any faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, so they're going to rather trust this devil, self-proclaimed white man, to eat. But there's going to be a snare and a trap. Ultimately, they're going to be destroyed. Like it says in Revelation, they're going to be thrown in that lake of fire for going down to Egypt for help. This is Isaiah 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of that Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. So America, Babylon the Great, is being brought down to that low position. We see that it isn't the top country no more, that all these different countries are rising up against America, from China, Russia, all these different countries that its economy is truly growing, and America is just the complete opposite, because it is put all these manufacturing companies and all these foreign countries that are thriving off of all these different factories that there are in these countries. And that dust, is going to represent confusion, because nobody is actually expecting America to be utterly destroyed. Nobody sees that America is going to be destroyed by the way of intercontinental ballistic missiles, but the hopeful elect, to us, during this knowledge, wisdom, and understanding that's been given, that has been given by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, we see it clear. It's playing upon the tables to the elect. To the rest to the 2/3 of our people, is not clear. They don't see it. Verse 2, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. So this whole wicked ass system, by being ran by America, the United States, Babylon the Great, is being exposed by the way of the prophets. Starting with the elder Abba Bibbins in the 60s, and on down to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. They've been prophesying the destruction of this place from the 80s, 90s, 2000s up until this point, 2025. The small hats out there in the country of Israel that are proclaiming to be the true Israelites, everybody sees that they're not the true people of the Lord. They're not the true people that the Bible speaks of, and all that's being exposed. These women, modern day women, are being exposed for being whores, being harlots, not really being wife material. Everybody's waking up to the fact that America isn't shit, that it is caused nothing but degeneracy. This is verse 3. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man. So all these different agendas that are being pushed out from the alphabet agenda, adultery, just running throughout America, the rebellious women, feminine ass men, rebellious children, all these YNs. This is all going to get destroyed by the way of the intercontinental ballistic missiles. But first, this place is being plagued by all these different plagues, from pestilences, famine, natural disasters, and it's only going to get worse until this place utterly gets destroyed. It's going to fall just like all the other empires. But that's pretty much the point. Praise is edifying to the elect. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who all learned this truth from the well. Peace had taste to the 144,000 and the rest of the one.